Hey, what's going on guys? This is Blythe here to bring you a channel update video of sorts. Now, as you may or may not know, I was technically limited in the past to just recording videos using my phone because my PC was old, and that isn't very convenient and it's very time consuming. So really the only video, of myself talking was the introduction video, and even that took me all day to make. But now the situation is a lot better because I finally have a new PC and I'm just able to record using only the webcam and microphone, which makes things a lot easier and enables me to do more of these video discussions and stuff. So yeah, now if this was the only update I'm doing, this would be a very short video. So I figured why not add some discussion to this video, and the only topic that comes into mind these days is the Monarch Structure deck that just released in the TCG a few days ago. So my thoughts on the Monarch Structure deck. Well, for starters, it's very interesting to see a deck that revolves around tribute summoning in today's metagame. The only really other deck that used tributes were the Cleaforts, but they're really a very specific deck of sorts. So yeah, that just goes to show you that you should never write off old summoning techniques, because prior to Duelist Alliance, we all thought that fusions and rituals were long dead, but then we got the Nekroz and Shaddolls, and the rest is history. And now it is the age of the Monarchs again, because this structure deck is very, very good, if not too good. Because unless you have been watching the news, they have a variety of new monsters and spells and stuff. But mostly, in my opinion, the most dangerous spell is their draw spell, Pantheism of the Monarchs. I think it was fan translated as Pandeity up to until the official release. What this does is you discard one Monarch spell and trap to draw 2 cards. So it's basically insane, and it has another effect which says you banish this card from your graveyard and have your opponent randomly add one of the 3 Monarch spells and traps you select from your deck to your hand. And out of these 2 effects, only the second effect is once per turn, so you can see how this is pretty broken. I have seen people go through like 15 to 20 cards on their first turn. And the Monarchs also have new boss monsters, which are Erebus and Aether, the 2 light and dark Monarchs that require 2 tributes. Now Erebus is the one that's really nasty because Monarchs usually go first. They go through like half of their deck. And when they make Erebus, Erebus lets them send 2 Monarch spells and traps from their deck to their graveyard, and then they can shuffle 1 card from your hand, field, or graveyard back into the deck. The card in the hand is chosen at random, so even if the Monarchs go first, they can still damage your hand and have you start off with 5 cards also, so this is very nasty. And not to mention they have a ton of support cards such as the March of the Monarchs, which prevents tribute summon monsters from being targeted or destroyed by card effects. And there's also the very nasty field spell, which prevents your opponents from special summoning monsters from the extra deck if you control a tribute summon monster. Also, if a tribute summon monster battles, I think it gains 1000 attack points. So it is very hard to get around it once they get started, especially if you're using something that's really extra deck heavy, such as, I don't know, Pepe or any older deck that's not like current meta, because I have faced some of my friends that use the Monarchs using stuff like Noble Knights or Shaddolls or, I don't know, Heroes, and I just get trampled by the Monarchs. So yeah. They also have 2 small monsters. One is light, one is dark. I think they're called the Knights or something. One is Idea and the other is Eidos. Idea special summons Eidos from the deck, and then Eidos, upon being normal or special summon, it gives you the chance to tribute summon using him, or you get to do a tribute summon basically. So if you have Idea and any of the larger Monarchs in your hand, you can tribute summon the Monarchs that require 2 tributes. And this opens up a lot of possibilities because Eidos, Eidos is a dark monster, so you can use Mega Caius and have him gain his extra effect to banish 2 cards and do more burn damage. Or you can just go into one of the newer Monarchs and just take it from there. So the possibilities are endless. The Monarchs are relatively easy to play, so if you play them like once or twice, you're gonna figure out how they work, and Yeah, and the structure deck itself is very good because you get most of the cards that you need are already in the deck. Like, you might need to get Mega Caius, and maybe for side deck stuff like Fog King against Mirror Matches and Vanity's Fiend or Majesty's Fiend against some decks. But really, most of the stuff you need is already in the structure deck. Now, I do plan on getting one of them myself just because I love the new artworks and stuff, so I do have a collector's side to me that I like to collect cool looking cards. But as for the deck, I don't think I'll be playing it competitively because like all the structure decks, it becomes immensely popular and everybody uses it, and then it's just not really that fun. Like in my locals, everybody used the Light Sworns for a while and Chaos Dragons and Dark Worlds, and it just gets a lot, it really gets tedious when you're facing the same deck over and over, and it's not my style. So yeah, but the Monarchs really did get a huge boost. It's nice to see some love towards older archetypes, and Monarch sure got a lot of love this time. I'm not sure if they're considered tier 1, but I don't see why not, because they do counter a lot of the current meta. Because if you start off with Erebus and you can get the field spell, that means your opponent is gonna have to go over the field spell to be able to do anything extra deck related, and like all the pendulum decks now focus heavily on the extra deck, so you can see how the field spell would present a problem towards them. You can also get around Cosmo spaceships because Erebus doesn't target, so you can just shuffle one of them back into the deck and they will not get their effects and stuff. So yeah, that is nasty. And the other one, the Monarch Ether, I think it allows you to it can be tribute summoned during your opponent's turn, so it really turns Monarchs into one of those it's always my turn kind of deck. And you can tribute summon her during your opponent's turn, and then you can send, I think, 2 Monarch spells and traps from your deck to your graveyard, and then she special summons a Monarch from the deck, and that Monarch will return to your hand during the end phase. So basically it's sort of like a pseudo search or something, I don't know. And they have a trap monster which works as a continuous trap. You can banish or discard, I don't remember, I think it's banish 1 Monarch spell and trap from your graveyard to draw 1 card, and then if it's in the graveyard you can banish 2 Monarch spells and traps to special summon it as a monster, but then it's no longer treated as a trap card. Something like that. It's really good. Like I don't know the complete details because I'm not a Monarch player, so yeah. How do you think the Monarchs are gonna impact the current meta? Will you be getting this deck? Do you like the artworks, the new cards and stuff? I want to hear all your thoughts on this topic, and maybe we can make a discussion out of it. Also, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to do more of these discussion videos such as ban list reaction videos, or I don't know, unboxings and stuff, because now I finally have the option of doing so. This has been Blight. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys later. Bye bye.